Hello and welcome back to the second part of the No Man's Sky Locator tutorial. In this part of the tutorial I'm going to go about on the workflow on how to actually log black holes, how to upload them to the site, as well as just kind of general information that you may want to know while you're logging black holes this way. So first I'm going to start the No Man's Sky Locator. Currently I have it open in a command line window, but you can just double click on the exe if you wish. Doing it this way gives you more output in case of a crash that you can then copy and paste to me so that we can resolve any issues you have. So I'm just going to run it. As you can see, it says that it'll be checking for new locations every 15 seconds. Now what this means is rather than just constantly querying your hard drive, it's just every 15 seconds it's going to see if you have a new screenshot or if you have a new save file, and then it can grab the information from those. Now right now it's displaying in the top left of the screen, but normally this all this screen is actually behind your main No Man's Sky window. In order to see it, you have to Alt-Tab, and I'll be doing that occasionally throughout this. There is ways to make it appear always on top. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but you can do it with some external programs. Now, I'm in my freighter, and I'm going to go to my first black hole. You don't have to be in a freighter. You can do this just fine from your own spaceship. I just like the freighter because it takes a lot less warp fuel in order to warp. It only takes one warp fuel for every 5 jumps, so that saves you a lot of time. So I'm going to go to this first black hole. Now I like to do black holes that are kind of in the same region. So it looks like there's one right over here. Is that the same region? It is not. I'm in Noville region, and this is a different region even though it's closer. Well, what do you know? Okay, I'll go to this one. This is the correct region. And so once you've found the black hole that you're going to go to, all you have to do is take a screenshot. Now in Steam, if you're running this in Steam, you just have to press F12 and it'll take a screenshot. Now you can kind of see that there's a black background behind all the system information, and that is there from the mod that you installed as part of the installation. It makes reading that data easier with an OCR program. One thing to keep in mind when taking these screenshots is some of these system names are quite large. Let me kind of demonstrate here. Some of them are so large that they scroll off the screen a little bit. So you'll want to make sure you take the screenshot when it's fully visible. Now if you accidentally take a screenshot, let's say I took a screenshot here that's completely the wrong system, that while it will show that data in the window, that data can be overwritten as long as you don't have an address there. So since this is completely wrong, I am now going to go to the black hole that is correct again, if I can find it. Where was it? I think it was this one. It was. And I'll take the screenshot again, and then I will travel to the black hole. Now, in order to get the address, as you can see, we have the system data. In order to get the address, you need to save your game. You can do this in a couple different ways that works best. And what works best for me anyways is to do it by exiting your spaceship. This quickly will save the game, and then in 15 seconds this program will parse your save file and figure out where you're located and then save your location as part of this black hole system. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to enter my my spaceship, and then I'm going to exit again. And this will, in a little bit, populate this address field, as you can see. So now I can take off and fly through the black hole in order to log the exit point of this black hole. Now you may notice that the black hole's address ends in 0079. Every black hole in No Man's Sky will end in the 0079, and that is a designation within No Man's Sky where in the system or where in the region you are. So each planet will have a different one of those numbers, but 79 is specific to black holes. So the other question I get a lot is, what can you do when you are logging this? Can you explore a planet? Can you dogfight? What can you do? And the answer is, as long as you stay within the system, you can kind of do whatever you want. Generally, if you've logged a black hole entry point and then you were to warp to a non-black hole entry or exit, the program would think that that is now the exit to that black hole. So you want to make sure that you kind of stay within the black hole entry and exit while you're logging, so that it doesn't accidentally log those things. I'm going to get attacked here, so I should do my job here and show you the rest. So now that I'm at the exit point, I'm going to take a screenshot of the system, and this will again OCR it. And now I am going to land in my freighter before they go and get me. Now you can land in the freighter, you can land in the space station, you can land on the planet if you want, but I find if you're doing a lot of these, landing on the freighter is the quickest way to log black holes. So now that I exit, it will now save the game as you saw, and then my program will figure it out and log the final entry to this black hole pair. Once it's logged, it actually will save it to a CSV file, which is located in your app data local programs No Man's Sky, and I'll show that kind of below here. And this can be changed. If you want to store it somewhere else, you can save this. You can change this in the config, and it will then save it in that direction or in that place. So let me show you one more black hole log. And again, I like to log from the same region that I exited on. So in this case, I exited in Hunabari instability, instability, I guess. And it's right next to the exit, which is nice. I will take a screenshot. And you can, if you really want to, you can save, or if you accidentally get the address first. The order that you do this in isn't as important as making sure that you first log the black hole entry point, and then you log the black hole exit point. How you do it within the system is kind of up to you. A thing to kind of point out, though, is that if you were to quit at this point, let's say you logged one and you're partially done with a second black hole, it will not save the current one I'm working on. All this is saved in the CSV right now, but it doesn't save it into the CSV until you have all completed information for the entry and exit, until you have that information. Once you have gotten that, you can feel free to quit out however you want. But before that point, you want to make sure that you get all that information. So I found that this program speeds up my logging significantly. It's the whole reason I created it. I got tired of having to go down to the planet, plop down the signaler, and get the address. This does all that for you and can drastically increase your logging time. So hopefully you will find similar results. And yeah, whoa, I forgot to get the address. Let me stop, and this might happen to you too. So I'm going to land in my freighter here to get the address. You notice I kind of try to get on the left side of the freighter. It just speeds things up because I already have 2 ships there, so I don't quite have to go as far when I land. It's a nice little trick. Alright, now it's saved, and now I should be able to have the address. Yep, and there it is. So let's go through this black hole before I make any more mistakes. Now there is a Black Hole Suns Discord. If you have any issues about this program, any questions, or if you just want to get involved with the community, I highly suggest going to it. I'll link it into the description below. And yeah, feel free to join the channel for this locator. It's the No Man's Sky Locator channel, which should be pretty self-explanatory. So now that I'm in the exit system, I'll take a screenshot again. And I will summon my freighter in order to land. There's a few final points I kind of want to go over. First off, this is kind of obvious, but you'll want to make sure you upload all the stuff that you've been logging. It gives you free nanites, so why not, right? The other big thing I kind of want to talk about is how your ship is set up, how your black hole ship is set up. I have made it so I have a pretty large inventory here, but if you've noticed, when I go through these black holes, nothing is really breaking, and that's because if you have technology, as long as it's in the technology tab, none of these things will break when you go through the black hole, which will save you a lot of energy and time of having to go through repairing and fixing it every time you go through a black hole, which would not be a good way to do this. The other thing that you might be wondering, if you're sort of new to No Man's Sky and you're wondering how I see these, how I can see the black holes in these in the galaxy window here, you get to see them if you complete the Atlas path. It then allows you to see where black holes are located, which is kind of required if you're going to be doing this black hole logging. So anyways, now that we've logged 2 black holes, let's I will show you kind of how to actually upload this to the database. Let me turn my capture on here. So now we can go to the website. And once you're logged in, and once you have your traveler ID on here, you will make sure you want to choose PC platform to upload and what galaxy you're in when you're doing this. But then you just click this little file upload checkbox, and then this will get you to the bulk file upload. You'll want to choose your black hole file, the CSV that is being created when you run the locator. And this is normally located in your app data local programs No Man's Sky locator. So I'm going to select that CSV. I'm going to click very verbose. This shows you kind of what's going on when you actually submit it. And then I'll just click submit. And you can see it added my the 4 systems as part of the 2 black holes I logged. And it updates automatically all my totals and the map and all that sort of thing. So that's pretty much it. That is how the locator works. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask on the No Man's Sky Locator channel and the Black Hole Suns Discord. And hopefully you have a lot of fun logging all these black holes. So best of luck to you, and have a good one.